Hello, Business 630 students, corporate finance. This is Professor Hassey. It's our week 5 update video. And this weekend, you're finishing up your case number 2 spreadsheet of a capital budget analysis. And I haven't, as of this moment of this recording over the weekend, there's still quite a few that needs to post. I haven't received too many extension requests. So if you do need some extra time, please let me know. The subject of this video is a posting of our course assessment case, the Electrics Incorporated, which is due December 18th. We have no assignment coming up in this week number 6 in the next week, so I'd like you to, in addition to looking over our material, which I'll highlight in our video on Monday, November 28th, I'd like you to download and read the case assessment, the Electrics Corporation. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. So this week, as just taking a quick look at our Blackboard, remember we have case number 2 due. Then we have a week off until case number 3, which will be a PowerPoint presentation. But now I have posted our course assessment case, the Electrics Corporation, which is due December 18th, and which you can begin to start on after you complete case 2, because a lot of case number 2 is a practice for the Electrics Incorporated case. So let's take a look at that case that I've posted. Here's the file folder that is now set up with the files, 2 case study files, one in PDF format and one in the Word doc format to give you the data and the information to complete. A rubric, 2 files of the rubric to show you how I'll be assessing the case. And I'll be going all over all these files in the next week. But I would like you this week and the coming week to download these files and please look at them. This is an important case. It represents 25% of your course grade. And so it's very important. This is considered our final examination for this course, this case assessment paper. And it's required by our accreditation for an MBA class to have a problem in a case study like this. So it's very important for us to complete this and do it well. And we'll be spending the next few weeks, every video, going over a little bit of this case. I also will be supplying you a spreadsheet format to use for this case, and we'll talk about that also later. But please, this week, download the case. Before we get to the assessment case, let's just make sure you all are aware that case study number 2, which is looking at a capital budget analysis where you're determining the WACC of this company, in which then using that WACC or the cost of capital to perform a base case capital budget analysis, and then a scenario and sensitivity analysis of the risk involved in this case. How does this risk affect the net present value? Please show this in your calculations. So we have a format of this case, and I'm asking you to complete the spreadsheet. So any questions or concerns, please let me know this weekend, and I will help you. And if you need an extension on this work, please do so. This next week, week 6, are no assessment grades this coming week, so you do have some time to complete. One thing I forgot to do when I came on this weekend is hope you all had a good and safe and healthy Thanksgiving with your families and enjoyed the time off from work. Sorry you had to do some work for University of La Verne and business and corporate finance, but I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. So here's the electric case that I would like you to download and read this week. Very important that you get a head start in understanding and interpreting what needs to be done. This is a case where a company needs to make a decision about changing their corporate strategy. They're thinking about providing a kit that can convert a gas-powered or a diesel-powered automobile into an electric automobile. And this, as you probably can be aware of, is probably a pretty important or pretty handy idea these days. And they want to go ahead and do this, to convert and have a kit to convert a gas-powered car to an electric car. And the process is they have two decisions to make. One is they have to decide on the two different types of motors that they will use in these conversion kits, CTX13 and MT78. And that's the basis of your analysis. Which of these motors in this conversion kit provides the greatest capital budget return for this company? And that's the conversion kit they will use. So you're going to be putting together two spreadsheets of CTX or two capital budget analysis of the CTX13 and the MT78. And here is the analysis. You're in the paper of this case is to answer these 8 questions involved in this case study. And then I provide you with all the details. The different prices they'll sell the motor at. The average scenario is their base case. The units they'll sell per year. The cost per motor, the parts per cost, the selling and general administrative expenses, warranty costs, present value is going to be needed to determine the warranty, and the controller costs. So you're going to combine these costs in with this cost. There's one analysis, and these costs in with this cost for another analysis. And again, we'll talk more about this in the coming week. When you first sit down and look at it, it probably looks like, oh my God, what am I getting myself into? But just like you did in case number 2, if you put the spreadsheets together, this analysis can be done no sweat. It's just a couple of areas that you got to concentrate on. That being an MBA corporate finance student is your assessment of your ability to do this and determine a strategic answer, answering those 8 questions that are provided in this case analysis. Here's the investment needs and the financing to determine the weighted average cost of capital. And again, putting all these together, we can determine and answer the question that this company has of providing a good analysis for their decision to build a car conversion kit and the 2 different models that they have to decide on. That's what you're doing in this assessment case. Okay. So please download that this week, and that's what I would like you to review. And in addition to the other materials that we'll talk about in my week 6 introduction video posted on Monday, November 28th in the evening. Okay, so you have to finish up case number 2 this Thanksgiving holiday weekend, and then to begin our studies of week number 6, in particular, download the course assessment case, which is due December 18th, but get a good read of that and know where you stand on that. Some of it it'll make sense when you read it. Others we're going to have to do a little work on, and that's our job over the next couple weeks of this course to get you prepared to do that. But please do not wait until the last possible moments to do this case. It's a lot of work. It's about 10 to 12 hours. You need to space out your time over the next few weeks to get this done. And a good start is to download that case this week and read it. More about that in my lecture video on Monday, November 28th. Hope you have a good, safe rest of the Thanksgiving weekend, and we'll see you all in week 6. Until then, adios.